The college football experience, Nevada Wolfpack 2025 season preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com with the promo code, our promo code, TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Nevada Wolfpack 2025 season preview episode. Yes, the correct Wolfpack, not the Pussy Pack there in Raleigh, North Carolina. Excited to talk about the Nevada Wolfpack as they enter year 2 in Jeff Choate's reign there in Reno. YouTube.com/the college experience. We are breaking down all 136 college football team previews. There are 136 FBS teams, 136 episodes. You know we got you covered, so get on over there. YouTube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Let's go. And yes, we do need some Storm the Damn Field t-shirts. We have a Storm the Court one. But yes, I'll make sure we update that. Check out the SGPN merch store. Always a blast. But we're talking Nevada Wolfpack football here. I am a huge fan of Chris Ault. Now, he's not the coach anymore, but man, I grew up watching Mike Maxwell and Alex Van Dyke and all these guys firing the ball around the field, running that pistol. I remember reading an article about Joe Gibbs studying Chris Ault's pistol offense back in the days. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the College Basketball Experience when the season goes live there. Folks, we are live every night of the season with basketball. We're live every night of the season with football. Subscribe, tell a friend. Although I am a little bit bitter that you're leaving campus to get a basketball stadium. I don't agree with that move, but give it up for former staffer at Austin Peay with the Governors, West Virginia with the Mountaineers, and South Carolina with the Gamecocks, Ryan McIntyre, aka Moneyline Mac. How are you, buddy?
What's up, man? Happy Friday. Let's talk some Wolfpack Reno.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
Yeah. This is the proper pack, to quote Owen. Yes, we are. Let's go, man. We got people from everywhere. People talking about how retardy. Look, I never followed the rules. All right, never followed the rules. Look at me. I'm recording in a garage and everything. Look at me, huh? Break rules. It feels good. All right, now someone pass me the fly swatter. Get these goddamn flies out of this goddamn garage. Buddy, I love Nevada Wolfpack football, man. And last year I thought, man, week 0. To recap, I mean, week 0 they should have beaten SMU. I think everyone that watched that game.
Don't even talk about it. It's depressing.
It's disgusting. They had a play that would have been a playoff win. Well, they wouldn't have. I mean, I guess SMU wouldn't have made the playoffs then, but 3-10 in year 1. But when you look at it, man, I think that was the best 3-10 team you could have fielded. 5-point loss to SMU as they score in the final seconds to beat Nevada. 3-point loss to Georgia Southern, who almost won the Sun Belt. 4-point loss to San Jose State, who was really good last season. 3-point loss to Fresno. 7-point loss at Boise. 3-point loss to the Air Force Falcons as they got hot towards the end of the season. I know the record might not show it much, but you got to buy into, at least myself. I was very impressed with Jeff Choate's first season in Reno, despite the lack of wins. How about you?
Absolutely. Last year going into it, we thought the floor of the Mountain West with Nevada and New Mexico was way, way down. But it ultimately ended up not being true because Mendenhall did a great job in New Mexico. They won 5 games. And although Jeff Choate, they only won 3 games, you just laid it out. They had 2 playoff teams on the ropes. I mean, they were up double digits with only 8 minutes left against SMU. They just couldn't finish because they had guys first year of the system and just couldn't finish it off against a veteran team like SMU. But you could see the identity of this team. They played hard. They were tough defensively, and I think that they're going to take a jump here in year 2 of Jeff Choate.
Yeah, and look, I mean, those were his last 3 years as a head coach. 8-4 in 2018. Remember, he was Montana State's head coach. Really kind of putting Montana State back on the map. 11-4 in 2019, and then last season after coming over from the Texas Longhorns, 3-10. But yeah, you look at the guy. I thought it was a great hire. Obviously, he was notorious for his time at Boise State with Chris Peterson. When Boise State had their magical run, he was he was on their staff from 2006 to 2011. He was also, at Washington with Chris Peterson, Utah State at one point, Washington State, even the Florida
Leach.
Gators at one point. Yeah, he was with Leach a year. Look, played linebacker at Montana Wesleyan. I think he is the right guy for the job. I'm kind of excited to interview him next week again. And shout out to Owen, first time catcher, one of the live shows, watching every single breakdown. Can't wait to watch every game with all the info y'all be dropping and looking like a guru to all my friends. There we go. Appreciate you tuning in, Owen, man. But yeah, I'm optimistic about this hire. That's part of the exciting thing. I think it's a shame that the Mountain West is breaking up a little bit after this season because I think it's the strongest conference. It's the strongest it's probably ever been from a coaching point of view. Like the only unproven coach I think is in Laramie, and the rest are all like proven fucking guys. Jason Eck at New Mexico, Mendenhall coming in, Choate, Niamontalolo, like they have done a great. Matt Entz at Fresno State's won natties in the FCS ranks. So I mean, and then obviously Troy Calhoun and Norvell have had a history. I know it's a sore spot to mention Norvell on this very show. Chris Auld had some words about him taking that Colorado State job, but the conference as a whole is just such a good coached conference, and that's kind of been a recent development. I don't think 5 years ago or 3 years ago or 10 years ago it was this strong of a coaching conference. But some of that is the floor is rising, and Jeff Choate, I think, is building something in Reno. Now, the offense last season, Mac, and this is a brand new OC, David Gilbertson, 111th in scoring offense, 23rd in pass offense, 124th in rush offense, 89th in total offense. I think that bothers Choate because Choate, his Montana State teams were kind of would run the ball so much better. They were kind of a running team with their quarterbacks as well. But, 89th, I think, is solid considering year one. Not solid overall, but considering year one, a lot of moving parts. And now you have another offensive coordinator coming in. So I would expect a little bit more of the same of some of the stuff you're running, but Gilbertson probably has his own identity and his own tendencies that we don't know yet. Now they return Brock Purdy's brother, Chubba Purdy, who was once a huge recruit by Florida State and then transferred to Nebraska. Throughout his career, 7 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. But, man, he has been in college football a long time. Can he be the guy? I think he's definitely going to be the starting quarterback, but I'm saying, can he be the one to elevate Nevada and get this program back to where it should be, which is making bowl games and competing for conference championships, Mac?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, he's definitely experienced. He started at Florida State and then went over to Nebraska and then now is finishing up at Nevada. Hey, real quick, you're going to buy into Gilbertson. He played for Leach at Wazoo.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So Choate was on staff there that year, and that's the connection here. He spent the last couple of years at Akron. So I would imagine that he brings some of the Leach stuff over there to Reno and makes things easier for Purdy.
Yeah, the offense. I was kind of hoping they'd be returning more. Wide receiver Marcus Bellon back, and then 2 of 5 on the O line. Josh Grabowski at right guard and center Andrew Madrigal. Part of the problem is, man, and like I was ready to jump in on this. Like I'm like, oh, year 2 they're going to be so much better. But their starting quarterback Brendan Lewis is now starting in Memphis, former Colorado Buffalo, right? They lost Cortez Brahim, which I was surprised. I don't know if he's pending eligibility with the NCAA or what. He played well for them last year at the wide receiver spot. Losing Isaiah World, their offensive tackle, to Oregon, and an interior lineman, Tyson Ruffins, to Cal, and another tackle to Oregon State. Kind of some critical blows there, but I'm buying into the culture that, I mean, it's tough to retain players. You start to play good, and all of a sudden Oregon's like, yeah, let me write you a check. Do you think the offense, now they went out the portal themselves, and they retained, or not retained, they went out and got Herschel Turner from Utah State, who I do think is battling for the potential starting running back spot. Wide receiver Jordan Brown from Texas Tech, Nick Rempert from North Texas, Jeff Carpenter, a tight end from Eastern Washington, Luke McKendu, a tight end from Oklahoma State, and Mike Gundy. And then just a slew of offensive guys. Trenton Scott from Texas State at the tackle spot, Zach Cochner from Central Arkansas, a decent FCS program, Jack Foster from Idaho, who's in the FCS playoff team, Joey Wright from Sac State, and Hadeen Diaby from Tennessee State and Eddie George. Those are all playoff teams, man. You know what I mean? So, like, okay, even though they got bit a little bit, they bit back. Mac, do you think the offense will be better than 89th in the country? I'm going to say yes, but marginally.
Yeah, I think they're going to run the ball more. I know I said Gilbertson played for Leach, but I also think Choate's teams want to run the ball. And I think that bringing in some of the guys on the offensive line, I think it's going to be a more improved unit. And, I think they take a little bit of a step forward here.
Schedule's a little easier, too.
True.
I think that might be the real reason why the numbers really enhance, but or improve. Defensively, Kane Leone, I don't know, Lone, I believe it is, but there's ease. It's like Jeff Choate for a while. I was like, Jeff Choate. It's Choate. Kane Lone has been with Choate forever. So he's back, and this is actually really good numbers, Mac. Considering what they lost, he basically brought in a brand new defense with how many players left in the portal. They were ranked. Let me see. I have this somewhere here.
They were chippy from game number 1.
Yeah, but the year prior,
they were horrible.
Yeah, I want to say they were like 128th in total defense. I had this number somewhere.
At that time, that was bottom 5. Now, bottom 8 because we keep adding teams.
Yeah. So, I mean, to take that, here it is, by the way. They were a bottom 15. They were actually 118th, right? 118th in total defense. He comes in year 1, 75th in scoring defense, 49th in pass defense, 92nd in rush defense, charting at the 75th best defense in the country. Well, I mean, jumping up almost 50 spots is pretty fucking good, man. So I'm buying in to this defense. Now, once again, they had some issues, only returning 2 starters, defensive tackle Thomas White and linebacker Stone Combs. And I think some of what we talked about is going to be just an issue for a while. I mean, they lost some key guys. Drew Watts, a star linebacker for them, also went to Memphis. Michael Coates, their best corner, went to West Virginia. And Rich Rod, you bastards. So, I mean, they took a couple hits. They also lost a kid to UTSA in the secondary that I think might have mattered some. But they attack back and go out to the portal and bring in Sam Cook. great musician. From Illinois State in the FCS, defensive end Miles Williams from Cal, defensive end Jack McKinnon from Michigan. Anytime you get a Michigan defensive lineman, I don't care. Like, they'll be good on this level, in my opinion. Like, defensive lineman Logo from UTEP. Defensive lineman Bryce Nichols from Arizona. Linebacker Najee Logan from Indiana and Kurt Signetti. And linebacker Nakeem Jackson from Sac State. But that ain't it. They said we need a shit ton of defensive backs. Boom! Xavier Abercrombie coming in from Weber State. AJ Odom from UTEP. I think he's going to start for them. Edward Rambo. Wait a second. You got you guys went out and got Edward Rambo on this team. Well, you know, I think a lot of people thought at one point that his career was over, but he's here to tell you
Nothing is over! Nothing! You just don't turn it off!
Coming in from Bowling Green, safety Hayden McConnell from Columbia Ivy League, safety DJ Warnell from North Texas. I like that get. Mervion Kennan from Sac State and safety Cooper Wilson from Nebraska, as well as kicker Keaton Emmett from Western Oregon. Mac, can the defense, this is another one. I'm just going to say the schedule, I think, is easier than last season. So I'm going to say they're going to improve a little bit.
Yeah, it's a tough one to forecast. There's so many new faces. Getting a lot of guys from the Power 5 that maybe getting them on a little bit of a discount coming back down a level. And I think they'll be able to coach them up, man. I trust the coaching staff here, especially on the defensive side. So, yeah, I'm with you. I think they'll be slightly better than last year. And hopefully they can force some turnovers.
Yeah. Now let's talk about, actually, before we do that, let me tell the good folks out there listening that the college football experience, Nevada Wolfpack style, brought to you by, us. We are part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, obviously the college football experience. And you can listen to every single podcast episode that the network does, not only college football experience, college basketball experience, college baseball experience, Bottom Line Bob, Sports Gambling Podcast, NASCAR Gambling Podcast, CFL Gambling Podcast, Formula One. I mean, there's a million podcasts we got going, and you can get them all on the SGPN feed. So type in SGPN wherever you get your podcasts, and remember to subscribe and let it ride. We're also brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor. There's a Circa in Reno. Let's go.
Let's go.
Think you know ball? Then you have to enter Circa's football contest. So $21 million in guaranteed prizes. There is no rake, so if the entries go above the guarantee, all the extra money will go to the prize pool. Circa Millions, you pick 5 NFL teams against the spread each week, or go for the ultimate sweat in Circa Survivor. There's even a Circa Grandissimo for a $100,000 Survivor contest. You must register in person at Circa Sportsbook in Nevada, Las Vegas. What a great reason to book a trip to Vegas. It's got the biggest sports book in the world, Stadium Swim. Come on, I'll be there in 5 days, 4 days, I think it is. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com, use that promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every single sport, all the summer sports right now. MLB, CFL action, WNBA action, tennis, golf, and of course, college football and NFL futures. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations as well. You can easy deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag. And when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. Of course, that's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. All right. We do a thing called State of the Program where we talk about, kind of everything we talk about is about state of the program. Coaching staff, you know what I mean? Roster retention, who you're bringing in from the portal, how the schedule aligns, which we'll get to. But also, it is stadium, all right? And we are talking about McKay Stadium, 59 years young, Mac, in Reno, Nevada. Part of what I enjoy about them remaining in the Mountain West is you do have vision of a mountain from their stadium, which I think is always good. I give it a 7 of 10. If you look at this thing, they have done some recent work to this. Look at that. That is looking a lot better than previously. I like that new press box there. And the stadium's looking nice. Yeah, I mean, look, it's got some history to it. Yeah, obviously Charles Mann, legendary Washington Redskins defensive end. Colin Kaepernick, Alex Van Dyke, a lot of these, there's some good winning history there in Reno. And they got some good fans, Mac. What do you give this stadium as it sits there in Reno? And I like the fact you get the mountains. There's a big N on one of those mountains that you can't see in this shot. But what do you give this thing, man?
Yeah, love it when it's a night game there. I remember when they like the famous Kaepernick game against Boise to knock him out of
It was one of the best games in this century, I would say. One of the best. Yeah, just an unbelievable game.
Give me an 8. I love the mountains. I'm a sucker for the mountains, man. Every time. I wish it was. I wish they would fill in the state or end zones a little bit more, but give me an 8.
Yeah, what I would like to do is they still have a little bit of that track going on. They gotta delete that.
Yeah,
but
more stands.
Yeah, bring it, get them on top of you a little bit. But it's still they've done good. Look at that right there. That looks like that's college football right there. That's awesome, right? But I'd like to delete that track a little bit. Get in there. You can run your tracks around the goddamn, whatever. There's like a minor league baseball park not far away. Run there. All right. Or you're destroying the basketball stadium for that new one in downtown, which I disagree with. But then why not? That was
Alford's decision.
I know. Look, and I understand. I knew he's complaining about bats in the fucking building and stuff. I think that actually helps you. It's more intimidating. I just think on campus is the way you should play college sports, regardless of what you're working with. Like, I know that they don't have a pro team, and they still might have crowds downtown, and maybe the building looks great, but I just feel like on campus, you're supposed to be able to do Jaeger bombs in your dorm and walk and stumble into the stadium. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you got to worry about it. It's a nice looking stadium, though, man. It is outdoors, the way the mountain way, the way football should be, but it's solid. I like it. You give it an 8. Let's go. They do have like a statue, I believe, of. They need to get a statue of Marion Motley, who's one of their famous football alums, one of the greatest running backs. It's got a nice look to it, and but I believe they have a statue. Look, you see it right there underneath that thing. They have the wolf statue, man. That's cool. But get a Marion Motley statue going, or a Chris Alt statue going. Maybe you have Alt. I don't know. You do have a Hall of Fame there. I forgot to put that in the slideshow. You have a Nevada Hall of Fame right outside this building, essentially, and I think that's rather new. So check that out if you're going to a game at McKay Stadium. So you give it an 8. I give it a 7. State of the program. I know they haven't been bowling in a couple years, but 5, man. I think they got the right guy for the job. The only thing that's missing is that winning culture, but I think it's coming, Mac. It is coming. And I think they could actually benefit from all those teams going to the Pac-12. I know some people say, oh, you're left behind. They might be able to benefit off that and might have an easier path to potentially the college football playoffs. Remember, Nevada under Chris Alt had some monster years. I think, 13-1 one year. So they would be knocking on the door of that 12-team playoff. What do you give the state of the program currently?
Well, it's going to be a 16-team playoff by the time they make the move. I'll go 4 just because they haven't delivered the winning season, but I do like Jeff Choate. But I agree with you. Once these other teams like Boise that have been dominant, there's going to be a new sheriff in town, and somebody can take the bull by the horns, just like the Big 12 when Texas and Oklahoma left.
Yeah. Let's talk about the schedule, because this year 2 of Choate. But before I do that, I do want to also let the good folks know that the Nevada Wolfpack season preview is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog Best Ball Manias happen all summer long. Giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million in first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball's the best place to play fantasy. It's the best way to play fantasy football. Sign up today over at Underdog Fantasy with our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Probably heard me talk about Rhythm before. They just dropped a new game-changing feature called Power Trends. These are AI-detected patterns where Rhythm's model has consistently won and has a very high ROI. Think like a strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain range. Power trends are updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm and Rhythm only. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets, baby. In fact, MLB power trends this season are 254 and 147, a win rate of 63%, and an ROI of 4.5% in their last 400 bets. WNBA power trends 35 and 20 since they launched, almost 64% there, a 20.7% ROI. So what are you doing? Download the Rhythm app. Check out power trends and start betting smarter. You know damn well we will be. Get your 7-day free trial period today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back. And let's talk about this schedule, man, because there is some opportunity, but it's not week one because they head to State College, Pennsylvania for the first time ever, taking on these Nittany Lions. You know, Bowling Green gave Penn State all they could handle last year in State College, Mac. Is there any chance that Chubba Purdy and Nevada, they did it to SMU last year, could they give Penn State all they could handle? No, loss.
It's a loss, but I'll take the points.
Yeah,
I think Penn State. I think Penn State's going to treat the first 3 games like Michigan and Ohio State did the last 2 years. They'll treat it like preseason.
I agree. I'll take the points too. I forget what that number is, but it's a big ass number.
45.
Yeah, give me the 45 all day. Let's go.
Okay.
Week 2. They need to watch out for this one. All right. They have like 4 or 5 transfers from Sac State, but Sac State hired former UNLV offense coordinator Brennan Marion, creator of the go-go offense there. And holy shit, has he brought in a ton of Jaden Rashada, former 5-star quarterback, and a ton of talent. This is a rivalry game too. It goes back, 70 years, 71 years. I'm going to take Nevada, but I do think this is one of the best FCS, FBS matchups all season long. But give me the Wolfpack. What are you doing here?
What's the number going to be in this game?
Dude, I honestly think this is going to be like
Nevada minus 2.5.
Yeah, I think something like that, man. This is a tricky game.
I think Sac State gets them. Off the Penn State game, like, goddamn. I think Sac State's more explosive, and UNLV, I know they had higher level athletes than Sac State, but they put it on Nevada last year. So yeah, give me Sac State in the FCS game. That'll be my. I don't even know if this isn't even an upset.
Yeah, and hey, Mountain West, I will ask the commissioner this in a week. Why the hell are you not extending an invite to Sac State? I know you did to UC Davis, and they have a good football program, but Sac State is spending major money. You're in a gigantic city. It is a no-brainer to me to add Sac State to the Mountain West and beat the Pac-12 at their own game. I don't understand why this is not happening. Like, because right now Sac State's trying to go FBS. They don't have an invite. They're currently suing the NCAA. I think they're going to get there with the money they have. They'll find a way to get there. Like, I don't believe the NCAA will be able to win in court, but this is one we might see in the future. But I don't understand why they're not. I can't wait to ask. Yeah, I can't wait to ask the commissioner this. Not only that, in basketball, they hired Mike Bibby. They have Shaq as their general manager. So just the marketing is saying, hey, come see Sac State, part of our conference. I don't understand why they are not going all in on this. Shout out to Kai Holstein tuning in from work because this is the best college football show in the country. Appreciate you, brother. I'm giving them a 3-point win, but terrified of this game. And I think you have a very good argument. Like,
they're off Penn State.
I think Sac State, if you power ranked the recruiting rankings, is the more talented team. But Choate's in year 2. Brendan Marion's in year 1. That's my logic.
All right, you swayed me because they start with South Dakota State on the road, Sac State. So they have a hard game too. All right, I'll go Choate. Let's go. Come on.
It's a game, though. I'll be honest. Like, week 2,
this game.
I'm going to watch every snap in this fucking game because I'm like, this is a game. 1-1.
Yeah.
Then Derek Mason and Middle Tennessee come into Reno. First ever time going there. That's a win. I feel pretty confident that they're ahead of schedule on Middle Tennessee. And Derek Mason's also in year 2. I feel pretty good about this one. 2-1.
Is it sad that we are more confident in the Middle Tennessee win than the Sac State win?
It is. It is very sad, I would say, if you're a Blue Raider fan.
Tennessee sucks.
Those idiots wanted Rick Stockstill fired. They were mad of going 8-5 every year.
Now they're 3-9.
Yeah, enjoy. Stockstill had wins at Maryland, at Missouri. Good wins, and they're just like, no. After that, I think this is a pivotal game, Mac. Nevada heads to Bowling Green, Kentucky to take on Western Kentucky. Obviously, Tyson Helton's done a good job with the tops there, and it's a good home crowd. But I'm a little fascinated by this one just because Western lost a ton of production in the portal. Now they did. I think they were kind of smart. They went out and got Maverick MacGyver, the great FCS quarterback from Abilene Christian, and his offensive coordinator. So I do think they'll probably be ahead of schedule on the offensive side of the ball, but they lost a ton of production. I guess I'll take the tops just because they're a little more proven commodity, but I do think this is a winnable game for Nevada. And it could be pivotal for them going bowling if they win this game. So pay attention to this game. What are you doing here?
I'll take the tops. Tough travel spot for Nevada. I mean, going all the way to Bowling Green, Kentucky. And I think Helton's a pretty good coach. The better Helton. Yeah,
he is the better Helton. So what do we got him at? 2-2. You might even have him at 1-3 if I give you another whiskey. And
I love Sac State. I'm a sucker.
Oh, I'm buying in too, man. Yeah. Get in when you can. They got a bye week. Shout out to the legendary Chris Alt. Get a statue for Chris. Coach Alt if you don't already. They come out of the bye week 2-2, and they head to Fresno, California. Mac, and this is another one that's intriguing to me because when I look at what we got going here, Matt Entz is in year one.
They could get him.
That's what I'm saying. And this is a series 101 years old, and it's possible here. I think this is another one that could be winnable. Fresno's just got a great home edge, and that's why I have to take Fresno. But I don't. It's like a 55 to 45% feel that I have on this game. So I'm taking Fresno, so 2-3. But I do think this schedule lends more opportunity. I think if they're just a little bit ahead of schedule, they could beat Western Kentucky. They could beat Fresno State, and you might have some magic going in Reno. But what are you doing here?
I'll go with Fresno. I'm going to take him in another road game here in a little bit.
Yeah, so then after the Fresno game, San Diego State comes to town. This is a series that goes back to the 1940s. Now, this is October 11th. That's my only problem, man. Is this you want this like 2 weeks later. I don't know how cold it will be up there in Reno, but I kind of like Nevada a little bit more than San Diego State this year. But this is going to be another kind of a anyone's game. But give me the Wolfpack to get that third win of the season. What are you doing here?
Yeah, this is no, they did not play. For some reason, I thought they played San Diego State. They did not draw them last year on the schedule. I think they get this one done. I trust Choate's toughness on his roster over Sean Lewis's kind of finesse team. Yeah, especially at that altitude. So then they head to Albuquerque, New Mexico University Stadium. Series goes back to 1941. World War II was happening. Oh man, I'm going to sell you on it. They got Mendenhall on deck. Okay, that's a good look ahead spot. Yeah, there you go. Give me Nevada. Well, this is like two great Big Sky coaches. Choate from Montana State, Eck from Idaho. I think this is a great football game. But I will. Yeah, it's a look ahead spot. It's a look ahead spot. So give me the Wolfpack to get that. What is that? Fourth win of the season right now? Yeah, we got. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's get to a bowl. Then Boise State comes to town. Series goes back to 1971. This game is going to be. I will say this: take Nevada in the points because Choate was over. I interviewed Coach Choate last year, and he is a Boise State guy through and through. He auditioned for the for that job that Spencer Danielson got or Andy Avalos got, and I know he was bummed about that. Now
I know he loves his time in Boise, loves the program there, but you saw it last year. They gave him all they could handle. I think it is a personal game for him. I'll take Boise, but I'm definitely taking the Wolfpack and the points in this matchup. What are you doing here?
Yeah, it's so tempting to take them here. It's a Friday night in Reno. When have we seen Boise shit the bed Friday night in Reno?
What is and this is what? This is October 25th, man. I mean, I know Boise's used to cold, so I mean.
Let's look at Boise's schedule. Do they play?
UNLV maybe on deck? I don't know.
They're coming off UNLV.
Thing is, I don't think UNLV will have the hype.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be as good this year. So
we took Utah State. That was the upset against Boise. I don't think they'll get upset by both of them. Give me Boise, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Boise gets the win there in Reno. Then you got another bye. Colin Kaepernick back as Nevada days. That logo is great, by the way. They come out of that. They head to Logan. We did the Utah State preview yesterday. This is a series that's 121 years old. I took Utah State to win this one. I do think this is kind of anyone's game, Mac, but Utah State's crowd, all the difference. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Mendenhall in November, man. You know they're going to be playing their best ball. I'm sticking with the Aggies.
Then come out of that, and San Jose State comes to town. The series goes back to the 1800s, folks. I took San Jose, but this is one I do think you should pay attention to because they're trying to go run and shoot. It's like mid-November, the 15th. If weather is an element here, you know, I think Nevada could steal this one. But give me Sparty to get it done here. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'll stick with we took San Jose. I'm not going to Benedict here. So yeah, what do we got them at 4-6?
4-6. But they've already improved on their win total from a year ago. Remember, they played 13 games last year. They head to Laramie. Series goes back to 1937. Oh, man. I got Wyoming winning this, but this is a 17-14 game, dude. This one fucking play is the difference in this game. But give me Wyoming.
I'm taking Nevada. I think that they're farther along, and I trust the coaching more this time of year. So yeah, give me Nevada. 5 wins, baby.
5 wins. To go bowling. The Fremont Cannon. By the way, is this the best? This is the best trophy in sports, right?
Oh yeah, it's great.
The Fremont rivalry. Are they going to be painting the cannon blue, or is it going to be red? Because look, UNLV's had their number lately, but Barry Odom is gone. There's blood in the water, Mac. One of my favorite games to watch each year, UNLV Nevada. Well, I liked it more when it was Sam Boyd. When it's at UNLV, it's not as appealing anymore. But this is my upset. 5 wins. Nevada beats UNLV here. It's going to be cold as hell on November 29th. This little dome team, this little sissy dome team coming up to the mountains. Give me an upset here. And Choate goes 5-7. And they end the season on a great note to go into year 3. Beating your arch rivals. What are you doing here?
Choate gets the pack back to a bowl game. 6-6. They beat UNLV, baby. Let's go.
I love it. And look, you look at the win total, and it's 3.5.
Oh, over.
I feel pretty good about this over. I mean, I know Sac State's a really challenging FCS, but like, I feel pretty good about this over. I like this schedule. Now, I wouldn't take them to win the Mountain West or make the CFP or anything like that, but look at this schedule. I'm going to paint you a scenario, Mac. I don't think it's that far-fetched that this team, to me, they play 5 straight winnable games after week 1. Sac State, Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky, Fresno, San Diego State, New Mexico. I'm not saying they got to be 5-1, but if they're 4-2, like those are all winnable games.
That's 6 winnable, not 5.
Yeah, I can't count. Yeah, there you go. 6 winnable games. Glad to see you're on top of it.
And to put it in perspective, they played 8 one-score games last year. They were 2-6 in those games. If they can get on the right side of a couple of these, they can get to 5 or 6 wins.
I totally think they could make a bowl. Like my ceiling, actually, You want to talk about ceiling? Your ceiling to me could be like 8-4 to me.
Yeah, win all the one-score games.
Yeah,
just like
8-4. The only flat out like kind of guaranteed losses I think are what Penn State and Boise, right? I think every other game, maybe San Jose.
And is Boise even a guaranteed loss in Reno?
I don't think so. San Jose's in Reno too. Yeah. It's a nice. It's if they take a step forward on both sides of the ball, they could be 8-4, 9-3. Now to play devil's advocate, what's the floor here? Because just because we gave them, a lot of these games, they could lose to Sac State. They could lose to. I mean, honestly, they could lose to the tops, Fresno, San Diego State, New Mexico. Like, I'm going to say 3-9 is the floor, but 2-10 could be. It could really be.
If they lose to Sac State, they can go 2-10. So yeah, 2-10 to 8-4, and we're somewhere in the middle. I trust Choate to win a couple of these close games in year 2 that they lost in year 1.
Yeah. Shout out to Nathan John. I hope Nevada brings that smoke.
Yeah. Baby.
Also, I hope Nevada joins UNLV in the pack. I don't think Nevada got the invite to the pack. So, I know there's that legislation within the state that they both must go together, but I don't believe the pack offered Nevada. I thought that was a tripping point for the Pac-12. But either way, love to have it. We're locking this, huh?
Yeah, this is a lock. Mendenhall and Choate is our 2 locks right now in the Mountain West and
San Jose.
Yeah.
We're on a roll with these locks in the Mountain West. So take it. I think you don't even play any other odds. I mean, if you're a Wolfpack fan, okay, plus 8,000 to win the Mountain West. Because you'd be hosting if you beat Boise and you won 9 games or something. I think 5-7, 6-6, your most likely outcomes. Do you think 6? I mean, I guess you do, but I was going to say for me at 5-7 is 6-6 more likely than 4-8. I think it is.
Yeah, just because of the one score. Like I think they're going to get on the right side of some of these one score games in year 2. I think it's a good coaching staff. Just like it's basically the handicap we had for Utah State is the same we're having for Nevada today. Yeah, you're right. It's going to be fascinating to watch, folks. 3.5 wins. Once again, lock up that over. Great logos, by the way. Nevada just got a slew of great logos. We will be back tomorrow with a couple previews. I mean, we're going to try it. We might get 3 done, but for sure 2. LSU. And the next 2 on the schedule are LSU and TCU. So LSU and TCU, the next 2 teams we will be talking about tomorrow. So load up on the over with Nevada. Load up on us, youtube.com/the college experience, as we break down all 136 teams like we do each and every year. Yeah, can't wait for it. Enjoy the slideshow. A ton of fun honoring Nevada's football history, man. Chris Ault had this program rolling at one point. Can they get back there? Enjoy, folks. Can't wait. Let's go Wolfpack. I want to see them get back to where they should be. Fun program. Till next time. This is the college football experience, Nevada Wolfpack style. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. They say the Lord watches over my sins. Over my head, watching hair as it thins. Over the ledge, and ain't letting me in. There's still regiments and relevance to letting me win. Win, lose, or draw. You ain't prepared unless you all ready to lose it all. Losing a brawl? Yeah, that's a ride a day. Good friends know my Nina Hideaway. They came and went, but the riders stay. So it's like I won the lottery and can't be found. Until I resurface with the latest purchase. 33 and a third and 45 circles. You ain't got that shit. And I ain't 45 king. But on the beats, I've been doing my thing. I start the program and the doorbell ring. I gotta leave town to a place I can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. American dreams, lessons, and still they work. I guess the sand on the beach still was really dirt. Now I'm going home, flying over Rome at 30,000 feet. Like, damn, is that really Earth? I see the killers work on walls, familiar turf. Got a little school in graph, 101 was first. Got a little school in math, didn't really work. But put the numbers on the block and I make them hurt. Any block is my stomping ground where my people lay low so they can't be found. They don't wanna be, ain't from the crew, but I'm honorary. Liquid, soul assassin, harmony. Type of armory that's more than a shield. Type of armory's DeLorean steel. Type of warrior's ill. So true to my sound, but dig deep so it can't be found. My celly's off so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down.
It's the revenge of our stealth, the intelligence plane. Bomber, a manifestation of karma. The far left, low keys, let it be. Listen, whispering words of wisdom. Ghost dog, breathe in the shadow of leaves. Same darkness hides criminals, crooks, and thieves. Special forces, black ops. Bad brains, fishbone, black rock. Matter of fact, Chuck Berry and James Brown. But most of the true story
can't be found.
Unchained melodies inscribed to freestyle. I rock rhyme mosaics more potent with each style. Crack the system more open with each file. Upgrades and free hotels with these miles. Expansion team dilated peoples in town. If there's a better sound in it,
can't be found. My